My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Slay the Spire 2. Due to a series of overlapping events, I basically have to record 4 speedruns today, ideally. So let's just win immediately. How about that? Seems like a good idea to me. Damn, again? Our upgrade density lines suck. In fact, there's only 2 lines that even have the possibility of getting 2 rests. I mean, this end zone's not bad. Elite rest, double question mark rest. It's just getting there sucks. I could take this line, then this is going to be a tier 2 elite guaranteed. Tier 2 elite. Tier 2 normal enemy. Which is kind of, you know, commensurate to an elite at that point. I don't know. Question mark afterwards. 2 more tier 2 enemy. Another. Damn. I wish I had fishing rod here, because none of these paths allow me to avoid taking a bunch of normal enemies. So I'd be getting a decent amount of upgrades. I guess there's also the rest question mark side over here, so maybe I can use the, rest shop question mark side over here. So maybe if I ducked up and then went to the shop to try and secure like AoE, because like that's what's going to kill me. It's going to be taking tier 2 enemies and having to fight them with AoE that I don't have, and then just losing, you know. It really depends on what I have in my deck as to how much HP I lose there. And we get a little push in that direction from the Golden Pearl, alright? That'll do it. So that means we'll be taking... that means we'll be going for this one. I clicked too early. And I missed that strike. Right. Let's speedrun strategically rather than mechanically, and accidentally fail to throw certain attacks. Take 1 damage to send that attack in. This enemy doesn't scale at all, so really it's just down to, like, do you get a bad draw? Ooh, Speedster, Snakebite, Blade Dance. End of the floor is Ceremonial Beast. Poison's pretty good at Ceremonial Beast just because it's one of those breakpoint fights. So you big poison at that turn. It takes the poison damage and then sits down and then takes another turn of poison damage. It's also really good against the elites on this floor. Specifically against Flog Parasite, because Flog Parasite will die to the poison before doing its action and then summon stunned Floglings. So you get a free turn of damage against them as well. This isn't a speed run. This is a speed run. I click Speedster, and then I click all the draw cards, and then I go. The only thing is I think that really doesn't have a future against Ceremonial Beast. And if we're only getting 2 upgrades and we've got 1 elite on this line, I really do think we're actually going to have to worry. Speedster literally does nothing in the deck at the moment. I can't take it. I'm taking Snakebite. I just want to live in the future where I got to play it instead, you know? That would have been so good. What's like the critical mass of draw cards that I need in a deck for Speedster to be worthwhile? I should probably figure out like a back of the napkin math for that. Yeah, you definitely take a basic deadly poison in this same deck. Interesting. There's another Speedster. I'd have so much Speedster and so not draw. I mean, Bubble is right there. Like, do I go the way that I'm being directed, or do I just take Mercury Hourglass and then start securing AoE, a thing that I have no access to? God, Mercury Hourglass is so good. Mercury Hourglass and then struggles, and you often don't even have to put AoE in your deck. It saves you cards. Eternal Armor's garbage here. I want Bubble and Mercury Hourglass, but I've only got enough money to get one. Although I could afford Production, Bubble, and card removal, which I think that's also extremely strong. We cut a strike, we get a production, we add some like top end poison, because Bubble, that gets all the way up to 12 for a single energy investment. That's really significant. Also, I'm already incentivized both by the fact that I'm playing Silent and also the fact that, you know, in order to make poison a quick deck, you really need draw and energy. Silent has access to draw. Obviously not yet, but just in general. I think this is going to be a better decision. It will require me to take something like a Dagger Spray or something at some point. I will say, upgrading every card in this deck does... There is a chance that we could just run away with the game after that. But healing 20 here also means that we guarantee that we actually get to hit the upgrade with an upgrade, which is really important as well. I don't want to be on 1 max HP. That was the debate, right? Whether or not I upgrade every card in the deck. Yeah, sooner rather than later, please. Perfect. Down to just the one of you. Bubble, and Snakebite. Footwork. Easy. Easy. I almost want to go aggressive now, but that shop wouldn't be particularly valuable. We'd be rolling into it with, what, an elite is worth like 30-ish? So 30-ish from each of... I might roll into there with like 100, 120 gold. If I could roll into there with a removal, I would do it. So that'd be 150 I would need for that. Taking 2 damage to get a Snakebite out against double Nibbit. That's important. Largely because this fight sucks. Oh, that's so much damage. Oh my god. We were doing so well until this fight. Although, to be fair, this fight punishes you for doing exactly what I did, which is... I have not really added defense to this deck. I've added, you know, a defense scaling option into this deck. But by not having yet added any defense... Batflip. Perfect. I pretty much guarantee that I'm going to have turns there where I'm taking like 16 or 30 even. Our upgrades are desperately important still. Neutralize needs a second turn of weakness. For damage mitigation. Oh my god, did it have to be this opening hand? That's like almost all of our defense, as well as the poison modifier. Unfortunately, the enemy has no poison, so I still can't remove your artifact. Oh boy. Hey, at least we've got the footwork out on turn 1, right? Those were some good times. Yeah. At least we got through its multi-hit turn. That's typically the worst. 10 more damage and we're through. Although, to be fair, by not giving us that 10 damage, you guaranteed that we had enough defense to be fine as well. Leg sweep. I was looking for additional defensiveness, and I'm doing no shiv things, so I'll ignore the shivs and take the additional defensiveness. Miniature cannon. Nice. I like miniature cannon a lot. Ooh, footwork, leg sweep. Even got additional weaken on you for this turn. We'll use production so I can strike, defend, deadly poison, snake bite. Defend, neutralize, gets us full defense there as well. Thank you to Footwork for supporting that. Backlip, bubble, bubble, defend, and then we can watch you die next turn. Beautiful. I really shouldn't need another bubble, bubble. I should just need to upgrade the ones that I have in this deck. Also, God, it makes even worse the situation where I draw the bubble bubbles before not, or rather before getting any poison on the enemy in the first place. Interesting. I'll still have to play both of the poison cards next turn. So it's like defend, deadly poison, bubble, bubble, neutralize, take him down to 18. I'll take 11 this turn. And then 4. We don't have to take anything here. Beautiful. Intimidating Helmet. When you play a card that costs 2 or more, gain 4 block. Hell yes. That's 4 more block on leg sweep, and it's also 4 block every time I play Snake Bite. That's huge. Mirage. Gain block equal to the poison on all enemies. I still don't have AoE. Didn't I just tell you a couple moments earlier that I should take a Dagger Spray? I know it's against a Mirage there, but once I upgrade that Dagger Spray, it's like 18 damage AoE in 2 instances. Because it gets the upgrade and then it also gets the miniature cannon. So this is an incredible AoE return card for us right now. And it covers exactly what our weakness was. Even if I'm not, projecting to fight our weakness at the end of the floor. I'll take the upgrade on that as well as a priority. Ooh. No, random common here is fine. Random common used to be a lot better here because... I can't believe it. Acrobatics isn't common anymore. Untouchable. Oh my god, if I sly cast this, it gives me 4 additional block anyway. Yes. I mean, same with Ricochet as well. And damn, that upgraded Ricochet would do a huge amount of damage with discard. I was always going to put a little bit of discard in this deck. I do feel like I could actually slide through this fight with only 22 health. However, I do feel like upgrading the Ricochet does almost nothing to this deck right now. If I upgraded leg sweep, I actually think I have a lot better of a time through this fight as well. Same with footwork. I'm gonna rest. Because I don't want to lose the run that badly. Would have taken 8 damage so far, so I'd be down on 14. I do really want to see if this was the right choice. Leg sweep, defend, no additional damage taken. God damn, that intimidating helmet's going to do well for us. Probably better off breaking the enemy this turn. Leg sweep again. I'd be on 14 health still. Starting to feel like it was a bad decision to rest. Oh, to finish the fight on 14 health. Yep. See, those are the situations I'm trying to avoid, where I could have easily eked out an extra energy, extra upgrade here. Especially for a deck that desperately wants it because of the miniature cannon. Like, Ricochet usually wouldn't be a priority upgrade, but this goes from 12 damage to 30. Because this number also changes to 6, so it becomes 6 damage to a random enemy 5 times. Adrenaline, it's energy and speed. We need the setup to happen faster, and we need to guarantee that Bubble hits by having other poison hit early. And that should have been Radiant Tincture rather than the Flex Potion. Oops. An additional card each turn, or adding 2 relaxes to the deck. Relax is certainly good, especially because it'll block for another 4 with the Intimidating Helmet. And they're a bit more castable with the production in the deck. I just wonder if Pale's Blood, the additional draw, is what I need. I am... Ooh. Yeah. The consistency of this deck matters a lot, and also finding some discard and then having the ability to upgrade it. So I'm going to be taking a late elite. I'm going to be taking 2 shops. I'm almost certainly not going to use more than just removal from the first shop. Oh my god. See, that's why we added the Dagger Spray to the deck. And why we prioritized upgrading it. That worked out so well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfection. Clarity Extract over Flex Pot. Ooh. Yes. An already upgraded Deflect is exactly value enough to go in this deck, thank you. Footwork Leg Sweep. I'm not thrilled about having just gone past Ricochet, because Ricochet would be so good for putting you on the ground. Oh, there it is. Power Potion, get my production back. Don't need a Snake Bite. I don't think I have enough draw in this deck to use Speedster. Yeah, absolutely not. I'll take a Power Potion over an attack. Sure. If the attack came upgraded and had the additional damage from Miniature Cannon, I'd flip back the other direction, but it doesn't. So I'll stay this one. Production Fend. Incoming is 27. Let's start Poison on the Bulbug Nectar, so I don't have to worry about your damage. Where's my Dagger Spray? I specifically ordered a Dagger Spray, thank you. Beautiful. I'm satisfied. I mean, I'm only short 4 defense this turn. I don't think it's worth a potion. Especially because the potion doesn't even guarantee that I would avoid the damage. Snake Bite for Bulbug Egg. Just guarantee that I never have to deal with that one again. 1 target on the field, please. Oh, see, now there's none. Outbreak. Every 3 times you poison an enemy, deal 11 damage to all enemies. Our poison are all single target, so we don't do that. Dodge and roll, gain 4 block this turn and 4 block next turn. I mean, considering that I do have Dex in the deck. Yeah, but also no. Maybe if it was upgraded, or if my footworks was upgraded, or something else. How well can I use cards from this? I guess the most useless is Daughter of the Wind, so I don't want to see Daughter of the Wind Bing Bong as my options, because then I just take Daughter of the Wind. I don't really have any damage that I have to deal with for a while. Alright, fine. Lose 15 HP. I'm going to take Mr. Struggles for AoE. Ooh, membership card. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much exactly the thing that I would buy still. Well done, you got me. I'll cut a strike. I could even afford to buy another footwork here. Yup. Probably not going to be able to remove another card from the deck now, though. I don't know if the footwork will be what made that difference, to be clear, though. Let's get those both upgraded as well. Oh, it's so well defended. Haze. Slide to apply poison to all enemies. I mean, you'd think that's a thing that I'd want. The only thing is, like, I'm so far away from being able to use that. Yeah, I'll take it. Discard and draw. Actually, Gambler's Brew to be able to trigger some slides in hand would be nice. Permafrosts. I want this shop to sell me a copy of Prepared. Yeah. Do I take a Mirage here, though? Game block equal to poison on all enemies. Against bosses, that'll be relevant. I mean, frankly, all of the poison cards need to be upgraded as well. Like, they're really slowing down our kills by not being. There's that dagger spray. Beautiful. Ooh, upgraded backflip certainly goes in here as well. Ento. Interesting. I mean, Ricochet was never going to be really cast in your direction. Sooner rather than later, I guess. I'll leave Mirage for the second cycle, where it's still going to be potent. Bubble Bubble leg sweep just to set up for the next turn's damage. Double footwork at the bottom of the deck, no defense. Wow. It's magical. I'm gonna have the Gambler's Brew past. I probably shouldn't trigger the Ricochet there. You are kidding me. Those cards also don't say block. Coward. Ridiculous. What were the odds of that? New deck cycle. The bottom two cards are footwork. And then cycle into 3 non-defense. I throw... Sorry, 4 non-defense. I throw 3 of them back. And draw 3 non-defense again. In a deck that now has defend, 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 attack, attack. Defend, 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 defend. Anyway. Just an interesting turn of events right there. Still got him in the end. Centennial Puzzle, there's Noxious Fumes. I mean, we are about to go into the Kaiser Crab fight, so it does feel like Noxious Fumes is probably still appropriate. I'm gonna rest, even though I really didn't want to, because the Endermans beat the hell out of me. Footwork! Oh my god, on the first turn? Let me defend. Oh, beautiful. Neutralize will survive it through Haze. Noxious Fumes and Backflip. Now everyone's got a little bit of poison on him, so I can use the Bubble directly. Weakened and facing the right direction. God, Neutralize is so good in this fight. Survivor through Untouchable, and we're basically no longer taking damage. I should guarantee that Rocket dies before its next rocket attack. I'll do it. Rocket is dead. Time to focus on Crusher. Beautiful thing is we've still left a couple really good cards in the deck, including the Mirage. That's going to be like a full defend. That'll do it. Corrosive Wave. Whenever you draw a card this turn, apply 2 poison to all enemies. I do have 2 backflips and an adrenaline in this deck. And I want a bunch of prepareds. Looming Fruit, more max HP. Diamond Diadem, probably not going to trigger that often. So it's probably just got to be Blessed Antler, gain the additional energy here, making it easier for us to draw through our deck, which is nice, absolutely. But, like, it's a common card, Prepared. I'm hunting for it so damn hard. I will literally take as many fights as I need until I can find one. It is that important. I can't just have all these Sly cards in the deck that I can't activate. Oh, not an 11 damage turn. Not in the deck with mostly defense. Don't do that to me. Then Mirage, perfect. So I can full block this turn by focusing on poison that turn, and then just watch you die. Prepared. Thank you, game. You clearly heard my anguished cry. Now I would actually like another one still. Don't call me greedy. I'm just being realistic. And greedy. want you taking any of my max HP, okay? That's mine. Alright, you're going to be taking a little bit of my max HP. That's ours to share. I got a small plate of max HP for the table, actually. It's bad. Oh my god, well laid plans. Thank you kindly. And it's already upgraded as well, so now we have the ability to retain 2 cards in hand. Sure, I'll start with a Corrosive Wave. Why not? Beautiful. Hold on to deflect and production here. Should have held on to Mirage instead of the deflect, I think. I'm gonna fish from this attack potion first. Okay, there we go. The Lost is not going to be able to actually attack here. Means I only really have to worry about trying to defend against the 19 in the back line. And we're all good. Nope, don't need any of those. Take the line for the most upgrades, please. Dagger's Break turn 1 is incredible here. I'll probably end up throwing the Fire Potion here. This is a fight that I'm not particularly well prepared for because of the whole artifact situation. Thankfully, we don't have Eon Glass as one of our final bosses, so that's... Oh, never mind. We burned their artifact away. There's the Adrenaline coming in clutch. Yeah, I'll take the additional 22. Damn, we're taking a lot of damage for a deck that I keep describing as extremely defensive. That said, that is definitely the turn that pushes our defense the most. We got through that one pretty comfortably. Hidden Daggers. Discard 2 cards, add 2 shivs into your hand. The shivs being shivs plus, that's pretty good because it turns them into 9 damage hits. And I do think another way to discard cards from my hand is going to be useful. Oh, come on. Don't let us just like have a garbage draw this fight and die. Don't you goddamn dare. Well, I've got one draw, and I need to draw defense right now. Well, actually, hang on. No, we've got the permafrost. We're okay. Yeah, good. I did draw defense as well. Okay. Phew. Okay, so I can just throw a bomb at the top line if I want to. I think I have to. I can defend myself against the Fabricator directly, as well as keep some useful cards for another turn. I only really have to defend myself for one more turn here, so I just drop Mirage and then finish. Yeah, I just easily could have ended up in a turn where I was being attacked for way too many hits in the same turn and just died as a result. I don't think Hand Trick is consistently useful for us. Piercing Whale's really good in the final boss fights on this floor, even unupgraded, so happy to take that there. So I'm going to be doing that. Prepared needs upgrades. Just paper. Every 5 cards you exhaust, draw a card. Oh my god. No, wait, this is a shop. Great. I thought this was the question mark being a shop, and I was like, oh no. I don't want this to be a shop. I'm going to take Bag of Preparation and a Ultimate Defend. And bounce. Make a skill or an attack. It's got to be a skill. Something defends me as well as gives me energy or draw. And those are the options that skill has. So thank you for the energy. They nerfed this. Didn't it used to give you 3 energy? I think that used to give you 3 energy. It was ridiculous. It was too good. But, you know, I liked it that way. It's not like it appeared so early in a run that it would define your run, you know? Alright. Hidden Dagger to discard our Slide Drafts. Beautiful. Take 1 damage there. It's actually incredible. It helps me draw a bunch more cards. Can I get all the way down to a Piercing Whale? Yep. Pretty easily, as it turns out, actually. Andy. Corrosive, neutralize. I'm going to backflip and then Hidden Daggers for the discards. Perfect. And after all of that, Mirage to defend myself for much more damage than you could possibly deal. Whetstone to upgrade to random attack in the deck. Oh my god, it hit Ricochet. I'm so thrilled. I was thinking literally just in that fight about how good Ricochet would be as an upgrade, but how I definitely can't justify it in this run. And then the game just decides to solve it for me. There's a lot of value in a Royal Approved stamp. Have Corrosive Wave only at exactly when you need it. Maybe Mad Science. I mean, cutting a strike from this deck does make it better, but does it make it better as much as taking a Royal Stamp makes it better? Probably not. What are we upgrading after this? Probably Ultimate Defend, to be real with you. Like, what are we missing? Defense. Every time I draw a strike, I'm sad. Let's be sad slightly less often. And I might as well pick up a Vulnerable Pod, even if it's unlikely to do too much for me. It'll be worth throwing on the first phase of the test subject fight, if nothing else. Start with that neutralized, and then adrenaline just to get us deeper into this deck. Noxious backflip. Mad Science gives us the ability to kind of just play the rest of the hand. Not thrilled, though. Thankfully, at the end of this turn, we'll have Joss Paper Exhausts, drawing a card, and then we also draw an additional card from the Pale's Blood, kind of helping us balance out the 3 bound cards in hand. Eventually, I do just get to full blocking the Queen consistently. Yeah, it's Bubble Bubble on Tortured Amalgam. I'll backflip for the draw. Oh, hell yeah. Footwork and Well-Laid Plans both need to be played there. And then I'll hold on to Piercing Wail and Ultimate Defense. I should be able to just defend through this version of it, but we'll see. Okay, yeah, easily. Beautiful. Would be nice to have another Piercing Wail in the deck, though. I need more poison out on this field. I'm gonna keep Corrosive Wave and Backflip here. No, no. Yeah. No, yeah. No. Yeah. Need to spread some poison. Oh, Corrosive Backflip into another backflip into Prepared. Survivor through Haze. Okay, that's some nice AoE poison right there. I'll keep the Neutralize, although ideally I won't even need it next turn. And Bubble Bubble as our highest poison per card. Yeah, so here's the deal. I stab you, and then I just start working on the back line. Corrosive Wave, Mad Science, and then Backflip. Unfortunately, I don't also get to play the Prepared. But I do get to keep it. And Mirage as well, so just a full turn worth of block. Just held in hand. Yeah, if I can get through with a leg sweep double defend, I'm going to do that. Save our Mirage for as late as I can possibly get away with it. Beautiful. Yeah, this fight was never going to be the problem for us. It's just going to be test subject. I mean, you know, it would have also been Eon Glass. Eon Glass would have been a bit annoying, depending on the order of our draw. Like, if we got Corrosive Wave and draw in the first hand versus Eon Glass, not a problem. There you go. Diva down. Let's go to the test subject. Yep, that's a lot of skills. So I gotta play as few of those as possible. I mean, thankfully, Shivs are putting up big numbers. I don't think some poison on you is going to help. Ricochet got pretty close there. Yeah, we're fine. Dagger spray. That's what the vulnerability potion was for. Perfectly worked out there. I would have loved to also have my well-laid plans by this point, so I was holding on to something. I'm gonna fish from the... Ugh. Duck. This isn't good. I guess I get a knife trap. That'll draw me a card. Okay, yeah, it drew me a card that drew me defense. Okay, fine. Thank you, from the Joss paper, it gave me additional defense. That's all I really needed there. I do have a piercing whale here, but ideally I don't have to use it. Yeah, no, I don't. Especially because it becomes more useful every turn. Although currently, just give me Survivor Untouchable, I'll play that. I mean, the knife trap will get stronger if I just keep investing things into it. Okay, there's our first wound. Play it again for the sake of the draw. Get Noxious Fumes out, and then let's keep Bubble, and Corrosive Wave. Next turn the enemy comes up. They also hit the Noxious Fumes immediately. Bubble is then ready to poison. Our best defense here is something like Piercing Whale now. Throw additional poison in. Corrosive Wave into Backflip. And backflip. I wanted to hit the prepared there. Of course, I wasn't going to, because that card's in the other pile of the deck at the moment. Don't you take a turn off attacking here when... Yeah, you take a turn off attacking next. Debuff time for us. Thankfully, those are going to go to our discard piles, so... Not going to be too relevant to us for a while. Survivor through Untouchable. It's not great. We can at least poison you on the turns that you're intangible, and that'll still be relevant on the turns that you aren't intangible anymore. Corrosive Wave, Backflip. Head through a couple cards. Weaken the ever-loving hell out of the enemy. Beautiful. Yeah, I mean, Knife Trap now just draws cards for us. It's sick. Yeah, not a problem. Legitimately not a problem whatsoever. Good run. Drop a Mirage. Easy. Hey, I'm really happy about that. I felt like I wanted the run to go well. Admittedly, I wanted it to be closer to 30 minutes, but I also made sure that I paid enough attention to exactly what we needed and when we needed it. And also, I think I made a fair few good decisions early on of like, yeah, we could put this card in this deck, but I don't think it actually helps us. I think there's a world where I also cut out the Sly sub-theming that I did there, but I do think that also benefited us a lot by the end, especially by being allowing us to abuse the intimidating helmet. For the moment, though, my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game is Slay the Spire 2. Top left is a series playlist for all my content of the game, past, present, future. Apologies if there's only one episode a day for the next day or two. I'm trying to cover the period of time that I'm about to be away, and I was just sick, and